All right, I guess here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is another episode of Creek Entertainment. I am the drowsy one. We have my man Ray J on the ones and twos, and
Yes.
it seems like there used to be more of us, yeah?
Yeah, there was at one point.
I guess this
come
is
and
a
go.
new kind of startup point again. I think we're obviously gonna have guests on again. But it pains me to say that the other guy, the Mexican luchador, he was deported after that
He's
last.
going through a hard time. We'll just say that.
You know, he got deported. Unfortunately for him, he speaks zero Spanish. So
Yeah, he's
prayers are with Nacho Libre Grande. We do wrestling videos here. We do music. We've done, your pop stuff. We don't try to get political, but one thing that I think I couldn't let go, and I'm speaking to Ray, was 2020 sucks, right?
Yeah, it's definitely been a hell of a year, and by hell of a year, I don't mean in a good way, but it is what it is. You live and you learn, I guess.
It's one of the worst years. And I told him, Ray knows me personally, and he knows how I feel about Kobe. And Kobe was one that really hit me, and I still have a hard time grasping it. So now after you get over that, or not even get over it, just kind of live your life, COVID, all the dumb shit going on. NBA's on, MLB's on, football's about to resume, and you have some more whack shit happen. And then just like a little punch to the stomach out of nowhere to give you more shit, Black Panther passes away, Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
We were going to do luchadors, but fuck it. We just did this. We agreed on it. I'm going to let you kind of say how you feel, whatever, about, because I know you and I have a weird, not like a connective bond over Black Panther and how we view him and what, in a weird way.
Yeah.
Chadwick Boseman, I'm not gonna lie to you, I've seen Get On Up for I didn't finish it. I need to watch the 42. I'm a Dodger fan.
Have you ever seen 42?
No, dude.
Wow, dude, that's actually probably one of my favorite baseball movies. It's the top 3 for me. I wouldn't put it number 1.
So I'm gonna put it up there. I'm a Dodger fan, so I have to watch it. But through Black Panther, we have a connective tissue. Now I feel like I'm ranting a little bit, so I'm gonna let you go first, because I know you feel some type of way, and I know you have your own thoughts on it. So thoughts about, Black Panther.
About the movie, his death, or just in general?
Just what did you, what was your thought process when you hear he's dead?
I was definitely shocked. I know I went to go eat out with my girl and her daughter, and then we went to go eat, and then I saw it, I just saw a post on it, and it's from one of those comic pages. I don't want to say the actual name for obvious reasons, but
right.
And that's a legit, 100% legit source, right? So I usually see everything on there, and I believe everything that they say, because it's all accurate. And I saw it, and I was just like, what the hell? And then I saw the line that said cancer, dude, and I think that's, to me, is the shittiest thing, dude, because that's awful, man. I wouldn't wish cancer on my worst enemy at all, dude. You know what I mean? That's not a cool way to go. And I think the fact that he kept it really, really secret.
Not to cut you off, but he fought for it for 4 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then it was crazy because he was still gaining weight. Usually, cancer patients lose weight or whatever, right? But he was still in shape. He was still filming all these movies. I don't know if you've seen The Five Bloods or whatever on Netflix.
Not. I'm gonna watch.
That was his last thing. But yeah, I was in shock because obviously we can go back and forth on him personally or his acting or whatever, but we bond a lot over comic books. I think that's probably one of the first things that we've talked about for sure. When we first met, we started talking about Marvel and DC and everything. Me personally, I'm a DC guy, but I follow Marvel very well for obvious reasons. But I definitely, I know everybody was freaking out when Spider-Man first came out, and I remember me and you had this conversation, and I was like, dude, I think Black Panther is gonna kill this movie. A lot of people don't know, because people, when I was in school and all that stuff, people, you would be like, oh, you're a nerd, because you you like all this comic stuff, and then now like it's blowing up, so now everybody's watching it. So like it's cool for me on a personal level to know like the backstories of these characters and stuff, because I've been following since I was little. So like I knew a lot of stuff about. I'm not saying that nobody else did. I'm sure people do, but I knew a lot of stuff about it in the comic book and when he was going to come out. And I know everybody was freaking out about Spider-Man because he was like the new thing. And me and you personally, like, were like, oh, dude, Black Panther, Black Panther. And he kills that role, dude. I mean, he was perfect for the role. I don't know how they're going to feel that at all. Like, Disney's usually pretty good at getting these actors, but, man, that's going to be really tough to fill. But it just goes to show you, man, like, we're all human, and we all deal with the same problems, dude. And, like, you know, I mean, obviously they live a lavish lifestyle more than we do, but some of these celebrities are also very humble, man, and he was definitely one of them. But that's crazy. Yeah, it's not really a lot to say. I mean, I think he took care of himself really well for him having that. He kept it very secret, which is very hard to do when you're a celebrity. His family too kept it very secret, and I actually just heard today that he got married like last year or something to his girlfriend,
to a sweetheart.
Yeah, and I was like, that's new. I never knew that, you know. But no, it's just crazy. It kind of hits home a little bit, you know. Like, you're not the only one going through problems. You just don't know it. You know what I mean? But it's crazy to me, man. 2020 is crazy, man. They're little by little, dude. So,
you're such a good dude, and you say, well, 2020 sucks, dude. It sucks ass. I don't care, you know. And I get the whole thing. It makes you stronger. I get it. You know what I mean? But this year's been terrible. There's whatever. You know, like I said, and I couldn't let this opportunity pass me up because you know how I feel about Kobe, and that one's still fresh. And
for sure. Yeah.
So for Black Panther, it's weird because this is when I met you about 4 years ago, maybe the almost a 5-year mark, you know. And we went to watch whatever movie, and there was a trailer for Civil War, which I still think is top 5, one of the most hyped trailers I've ever seen in my life, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And I remember
what movie did we see?
Can't remember. I forgot. It might have been that lame Star
Wars.
Guardians
of the
movie.
Galaxy?
No, I think it was a Star Wars movie or something.
Maybe.
But because, you know, the Disney's married, you know.
Yeah.
And I remember that's funny. That's how we like started talking more. Like, it was no secret that Spider-Man had just been bought by Disney, or you know, or shared with Sony. Mm-hmm. But you and I were like, dude, we cannot wait to see Black Panther. And that trailer when Bucky's running from Black Panther gets chased by Captain America, like, we lost our shit. Like, I was like, I still remember, like, I cannot believe this is happening. Like, and it all goes back to, like I said, I could rant forever. Black Panther to me goes back to the X-Men cartoon, to what's his name? Blade? What's his name? Wesley Snipes?
Yeah, Blade. Wesley Snipes.
To him having talks about being Black Panther, you know? And then Marvel goes through their bankruptcy and they shell out their characters here and there, right? They keep whatever. And then in Iron Man 2, remember when they had little pinpoints? There's a pinpoint in Africa where there's like a current Avengers, and there was one where Namor was supposed to be too. And I was like, I'm so ready. Like, Black Panther's about to come. And then for some reason, it didn't, you know? But then Black Panther came through me to, do you remember this cartoon? It came out on BET. It was a 6-part series, and it was like rated MA. It had Black Panther, Juggernaut, Captain America.
I think so. I think we talked about this before.
Yes,
like
and it was rated MA. It was a great cartoon.
I can't remember the name.
It had like a weird way of drawing, though. And the guy who's in Guardians of the Galaxy, I forget his name. The one that was banging that white chick, beautiful white chick. They have babies and everything. She's like a guest on, like, Do You Have Talent or America's Got Talent. Nazim Hadou, he's on Guardians of the Galaxy. He's the one that who?
Oh yeah, Digimon Hansu or Digimon Hansu or something like that. Cartoon.
So I'm already hyped as shit. Then Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom comes out, and when you kill Storm, she yells out T'Challa.
Yeah, because they're married or whatever.
Yes, and I'm super hyped as shit. I'm like, the movie's coming. Now, due to whatever, it waited a little bit, and then Civil War. I understand what Black Panther did to a whole kind of people and nations, whatever you want to take it as, you know what I mean? But I think for us, they kind of knew, like, Civil War really, like, Black Panther was the one. Like, I was just, you and I were just like, what? You know what I mean? Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, what is happening? Because, like, in reality, he could fuck both Winter Soldier and Cap up if he wanted to, you know? But he's just
Yeah.
hunting for Winter Soldier. And the dude.
Well, I mean, I think they even kind of touch base on it, just kind of. It's just the little things, right? Like, so, like, for example, when he tells Captain America, like, get out of my way, you know what I mean? Or
Yes. He was
and
being like a courteous.
he scratches the shit out of the shield, and Captain America's
Yes.
like, what the hell just happened? Yeah. So it's just like a little preview of how strong he actually is. But I mean, he's a badass without his suit, obviously, but the suit helps for sure, give him extra powers. But no, it's crazy just to see where they're gonna go from, because I know, I mean, it was a rumor, so I didn't know if it was gonna be true, but I know they were trying to go that route where they actually bring him part of the X-Men because he marries Storm, and they were gonna go that way. So it's kind of like, I don't know
Okay,
what
so
they're gonna do.
you and I have talked about this. Like, we were looking forward to X-Men versus Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
Storm and him being married. Even Black Panther 2, I heard the big rumor was him and Namor. You know, like Namor threatens Wakanda, and he, you know, I don't know what's gonna happen. I think it's still fresh. But I understand it's a money, you know, they're making money. I think either A, they make his sister Black Panther, which I think makes sense. She's kind of one of the smartest people on earth or whatever, you know. Or B,
It's really weird that you just said that, because about 10 minutes before we jumped on this call, I saw this post, and somebody like tagged like one of the Marvel people, and it had a picture of his sister with a suit on, and it said that. So it's still like weird how this shit works out, you know. But
really,
no, it makes
B,
sense for sure.
Hear me out with B. Now this was a little wilder, and we're comic fans, so we always make up these. You know, we made several things up, like they should do this, that, whoopty whoop. You bring back the Infinity Stones, right? And you trade a soul for a soul, like you have a man of honorable death, and you make Killmonger the new Black Panther. You know, now I don't know if that's pushing the envelope too much, but Michael B. Jordan is a fantastic
you could.
actor. You know, he's a great actor. I think he can carry the mantle. Now, I honestly think they should push the movie back until they really figure it out.
I think they will. It'll probably push back a lot of other movies that they had, but I mean, I think if you can get it right, it'd be worth it for sure. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure they'll honor him or something in the beginning and in the end, which is fine.
What he is? You know what he is? And we've talked about this too. There's very few, not few. I think now casting is pretty good. So, what's the original Superman? What was his name?
You thought the actor?
Yeah, the one that had the accident with the horse.
Reeve?
So that was people's Superman even after the accident, you know? That was who you thought was Superman. Batman's a little weird because there's been so many Batmans, but like Wolverine is Australian guy.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man.
Yeah.
You get that same, like Chadwick Boseman is Black Panther, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's hard to like, I don't know, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to replace them. I mean, they're going to. They will, but just who? You know what I mean? Like,
I hope they push it back, and I think Marvel does well with all their stuff, but that was just a tough blow. I think, like I said, I know we shifted a little off what we do, but we're gonna talk about stuff like this. We're gonna do Marvel movies, DC.
Yeah.
We'll go back to wrestling. We'll do hip hop. We'll do, but. We had to. I think we had to address this because I think, in a weird way, this is how we met. We met through that, you know. And I was like, "Oh, dude, this dude really knows what he's talking about." And then the fact that you were talking about Black Panther as much as I was like, "Yes, like yeah, we're gonna be fine." You know what I mean? Because more people were, like you said. I get the Spider-Man. Spider-Man
for sure because it was long awaited. Yeah.
But so was Black Panther. Like we were waiting for this. Yeah. We were just waiting.
Well, I think so not putting ourselves on a pedestal or anything at all by any means, but I think like you can always kind of separate and tell like who actually knows like their shit compared to like people who are kind of barely getting into it, or they know like the main superheroes. You know what I mean? Compared to like half the people probably didn't even know who Killmonger actually was until they found out that Michael B. Jordan was actually playing him. You know, does that make sense? Like in this,
no, and we fall into
it. But no,
too.
yeah,
I'm not lying to you. I knew very little about the Guardians, and I knew the original Guardians team. I know the original Guardians team was with Yondu. I know that all these other ones were the next Guardians of the Galaxy team.
Yeah.
But I love the first movie. Like I mean, it's still, in my opinion, one of the best Marvel movies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes it takes you by surprise, but yeah, dude, it's devastating. I can't even begin to think how his family. I mean, all the mad love respect to his family, all his fans. Obviously, we're fans. You know,
Yeah.
this one sucks, dude. I just don't.
Speaking of, man, you do need to watch 42 though. That movie's dope, dude.
I will watch it. I will watch it. I'm gonna try to watch it this weekend if I can, and shit, we'll review it.
Yeah, 42 is
You know?
good, man. I think it's still on Netflix, or even if they took it off, you can still find it. But yeah, it's a good movie, man.
I'll find it. I think. Obviously, I base him more off the MCU. He was in Civil War, Black Panther, Infinity War, and Endgame. But I'll tell you something, man. So after watching him Civil War, you and I did this, you know, like, man. So I've already seen him interact with Cap, with Iron Man. That scene on Infinity War when Thor jumps down with that big hammer, and you see Black Panther and all them, and they run like I never thought. When did you ever think you would see Thor and Black Panther on the same? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you see it in the cartoons and stuff, but you're just like,
it was so,
everything's coming in reality, you know?
It was so amazing. I'm just,
or it's like when you finally see Captain America hold Thor's hammer.
Bro,
like it's super like
moments like that are just like,
I was like, yeah.
Oh my
God. As a
God.
kid, we see, you know all this, you know. Yeah.
Anyways, man, we'll wrap this one up. I think like I said, we did this on the fly.
Make me happy.
No, we'll talk more about these. We did this on the fly. My behalf, I'll tell you this: my daughter, obviously, you know, she's a quarter black, and to her, the biggest. So we both don't have. I'm not gonna kiss ass and say Black Panther's the best Marvel movie I've ever seen. It's at the end of the top 10 for me, if not in the at the very end of the top 10 movie. But top 3 experiences in the theater were for myself and my daughter were Guardians of the Galaxy 1, Black Panther, and Infinity War. Those 3 were just, it was something different. It was, you didn't know what you were getting. Like, it was a weird, feeling and I do think Infinity War is the best Marvel movie, but there was this weird energy there. Like, it was, I couldn't even explain it to you. Avengers had it too, but Avengers was more like, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I did have that energy, but it took me a little bit further.
I'm a little biased, so I think because Guardians of the Galaxy is my favorite Marvel,
that was fire.
Series, as far as the movies go. Yeah. As far as the movies go, so I'm gonna bias. That's my favorite one. I even experience-wise, I was happy, when they were started making the movies, not as a comic. As a comic, Deadpool's always been my favorite, and unfortunately, well, it's not unfortunately, it is fortunately, but as a fan, because Deadpool he didn't come around to the 90s, so he came around when I was little. So I remember Deadpool, and now that's everybody's favorite because he's an asshole and things like that. But anyway, besides that, Guardians of the Galaxy for sure. I personally I like the Winter Soldier. I like Captain America: Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier is a top 5 movie. I'm not even, but it felt. What I'm trying to say is, so there's bigger move. So back to wrestling when we always. So Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant's a big match. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It wasn't the best match, but it had that big feel to it. Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold with Mike Tyson. Not the best WrestleMania, but it has a big feel to it. And that's what I'm saying. Black Panther had that. Avengers had that, in my opinion. Although I don't rate Avengers as highly as other people. Guardians had this low-key higher, and then Infinity War really had it. Infinity War had
Infinity Wars
had over something's about to happen that's going to be irreplaceable, or about to change everything. Long story short, I know you and I can go all day, man. R.I.P. Black. I know we could. R.I.P. Black Panther, dude. Wakanda forever. And as always, man, my dude, take us to the promised land, man.
Yeah, man. So again, guys, that's just kind of off the top of the dome freestyle. Wasn't really. It was something that we came up with the last second. However, if you did like what we said, I would do it, but I'm holding my phone up, But like I said, as always, man, if we haven't put out something in a while, But if you do like what you see, you
We're
like what you
back.
hear,
We're back. Though.
like, subscribe, do whatever you got to do. Keep watching us. We're back. We'll make a lot more videos than we've been doing for sure. We look forward to hearing from you guys. If you guys comment and stuff, we will see them. We'll read them. We'll get to some of them. But as always, we'll see you next time.
Week entertainment, baby. Woo!